just so we're all on the same page. Republicans do not want to get rid of child marriages. They want to scrap no-fault divorces. They are coming for some abortion, even in cases of rape and incest. Just all around, they just want to keep people, namely women, stuck. And now, obviously, girls stuck in terrible situations. Not to mention lowering child labor laws and regulations. Because if a family is poor and a teenager needs to go to work for survival's sake, then they should just be allowed to. So let's just keep everybody in a cycle of poverty. That's all we got to do. Anyways, let's get to this article. Why would we stop that? Missouri Republicans oppose bill to end child marriage. And look at this nice and round Republican, round, rotund Republican. Several Republican members of the Missouri House of Representatives are coming out in opposition to a bill by a Republican state senator to end child marriages in the Show Me State. According to the Kansas City Star, the bill, co-sponsored by Republican State Senator Holly Thompson Render and Democratic State Senator Lauren Arthur, may not pass the lower chamber in the Missouri legislature due to GOP opposition. Thompson Render's bill prohibits marriage licenses from being granted in Missouri to anyone under the age of 18. Currently, 16 and 17-year-olds can get marriage license with parental consent, and marriages are currently banned between minors and anyone 21 and up. Republicans in opposition of the bill cited examples of people who married as teens who are still together and madly in love. They argued Arthur and Thompson Render's bill would effectively be bad for families in which spouses married young. Representative Dean Van Scoewick, who is vice chair of the Government Efficiency and Downsizing Committee, is one of the more outspoken opponents of the bill. Why is the government getting involved in people's lives like this? Van Scoewick said. What's the purpose? What purpose do we have in deciding that a couple who are 16 or 17 years old, their parents say, you guys love each other, go ahead and get married. You have my permission. Why should we stop it? The Star reported that the bill may not even make it out of the committee, as 7 of the 14 members are on the record in opposition to it. Moreover, the current meeting of the Missouri legislature is due to adjourn on May 17th, giving the bill roughly a week to make it out of committee and be passed by both chambers in order to get to the governor's desk. So I don't know what this sentence really means. It's on the blank, going 16 to 18, said bill supporter Representative Jim Murphy, who chairs the committee on the opposition from his fellow Republicans. There's just enough members in that committee that don't think that's a good idea. Senator Arthur, who is championing the legislation, lamented the bill's likely failure in the current session. She told the Star that any explanation used to justify opposition is nothing more than, an excuse to protect predators. Thompson Render told her own personal story earlier this year when she first introduced the bill. She married her 21-year-old boyfriend at the age of 15 in order to get away from abusive parents. As I got older, I started realizing I wasn't old enough to make that decision. She said, my life would have been on a much better path had I actually toughed it out, had I stayed in high school and not gotten married and finished high school. We shall see which other states keep child marriage on the books and which states pull it off of the books. Go ahead, let me know what you think about this one. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Very, very sensitive and vile article coming. Maybe you guys have already seen this video going viral. Apparently, this non-bear, they have captured a picture of him. All right, cops reveal new pictures of the non-bear who lassoed a woman with a belt on New York City street before a non-bear attack, a grape. This is horrific, what this non-bear did. And people wonder why women are choosing the bear over one of these MFers. This is literally on video. And the New York Post does not mince words. They said, this is the fiend being hunted Friday for the horrific caught on camera attack in the Bronx in which a woman was hooked with a belt from behind and then dragged unconscious to be SA'd horrifically between two cars. The NYPD released photos showing the face of a suspect who was masked in the disturbing footage that emerged Thursday of last week's Nonbear attack. This is one of the pictures that the police released. So after the non-bear lassoed her and pulled her to the ground, she lost consciousness. Another picture of the perp, the suspected perp, the alleged perp, whatever. In the picture, the suspect wears white sweatpants, a blue Gap sweatshirt, and a white do-rag, similar to the material covering the rapist's face in the shocking video, which showed the attacker had cropped hair. He also has a backpack and is thought to be about 5'9". It is so wild that they didn't name his race. Why didn't they name his race? He is clearly of Blackistani descent. Why didn't they name his race? All right, they say cops hope the photo will help them identify the man who allegedly harmed this woman and made her go unconscious and who was obviously violated in the most horrific way. Some of these pictures and the video is just horrific, and it's just a bit too much. It's just too much. Apparently, the victim is not cooperating with authorities. That doesn't mean that this person, if caught, can't be prosecuted. And I hope that he is prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, and other people are, can remain safe from this one. I know that there's plenty out there just waiting to do this, but hopefully at least this one is taken off the streets. Jump in the comments. Let me know what you think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. And don't go watching this video. This is just too terrible to even watch. Y'all, one of my friends sent me the video clip of these two talking, Vivek Ramaswamy and Coulter. And I have no idea why Vivek Ramaswamy would bring this someone would bring this border collie on to a show, knowing her political leanings and her vitriol for the colors. She said that he is too Indian for her to have voted for. She wasn't going to vote for him. He is not a WASP, white, Anglo-Saxon, Protestant. He's just not it. He got too much melanin. All right, let's look at this article. You guys will see the video clip. Vivek Ramaswamy praised Ann Coulter Wednesday for telling him that she would not have voted for him on the grounds that he is an Indian. After giving a warm introduction to Coulter, somebody I've been fascinated by for a long time, on his Truth podcast for an episode on the N-word, nationalism, Ramaswamy then listened as Ann Coulter returned the favor. It wasn't really a returning of the favor because she was brutal. I too am a fan of yours, though I'm going to make a point of disagreeing with you so that it will be fun. You are so bright and articulate, and I guess I can call you that since you're not an American Black. Can't say that about them. That's derogatory. She said that. It came out of her mouth. I heard it.
You are so bright and articulate, and I guess I can call you articulate since you're not an American Black. Can't say that about them. That's derogatory. And that was a great opening segment. Lots of things to talk about there. Oh, and I agreed with many things you said during, in fact, probably more than most other candidates when you were running for president. But I still would not have voted for you because you're an Indian. We'll get back to that. And it's directly related to what you were just talking about. You know, the thing about nationalism, you're totally right. It is like, to use the word nationalism, oh, it's Hitler, it's Hitler. And, you know, Hitler had soup. That doesn't mean we shouldn't have soup. Mm-hmm. Hitler loved dogs. That doesn't mean you shouldn't love dogs. So I think we have to move past this. If Hitler did it, it must be bad. There is a core national identity that is the identity of the WASP. And that doesn't mean we can't take anyone else in, a Sri Lankan or a Japanese or an Indian. But the core around which the nation's values are formed is the WASP. We've never had a president who didn't have at least partial English ancestry.
Ramaswamy laughed at the comment, but then sat stony faced as she addressed his heritage. After explaining that she agreed with what Ramaswamy had said during his failed campaign for the 2024 GOP nomination, more than most other candidates, I still wouldn't have voted for you because you're an Indian. Ramaswamy and Coulter then agreed that they both opposed the idea of dual citizenship, with Ramaswamy arguing that the essence of citizenship is which nation to whom you had your undivided loyalty. You and I agree on so much there, but where I wouldn't say lose you, but I may fail to fully understand you on that axis of citizenship. What does ethnicity have to do with that matter? It's because she is racist. She's racist. The fact that these non-white people really want to be a part of the GOP is hilarious to me. Is hilarious to me. Promoting the episode on X, Ramaswamy reiterated that he disagreed with what Coulter said, but nevertheless commended her for saying it. And Coulter told me flat out to my face that she couldn't vote for me because you're an Indian, even though she agreed with me more than most other candidates. I disagree with her, but respect that she had the guts to speak her mind. It was a riveting hour. I do not understand how he had the nerve to post this and post the episode. He should have just canned that. He he is just sitting up there still trying to play in these people's faces, knowing how much they dislike him because he's a colored. All right, let me know what you think about this one. This is a billboard from Bumble in LA. A vow of celibacy is not the answer. I think dating apps are feeling the pinch of women saying, I'm over this. I'm going to leave these people alone. Now, this next article is not from Bumble, but I think it all ties in together. Match Group expects quarterly revenues below estimates as spending on dating apps fall. Tinder parent Match Group forecasts second quarter revenue below Wall Street estimates on Tuesday as people dial back spending on dating apps, weighing on user growth. Shares of the Dallas, Texas based company fell more than 4% in an aftermarket trading. Match Group, which offers dating apps including Tinder, Hinge, and OkCupid, has been grappling with slowing revenue due to weaker discretionary spending by users in an uncertain economy. And women have been vocally opting out. Women are getting off of dating apps. It's already been like dominated by men. Now women are actively saying, get someone else to do. The company also competes with smaller rivals Bumble's eponymous dating app. With the lowered guidance and reportedly mixed impact of product improvement initiatives implemented by the company's new management team, investors will have to wait longer for more solid news of a turnaround at Tinder. Scientist analyst Chandler Willison said. In the first quarter, global Tinder downloads fell 6% from a year earlier, the third consecutive quarter of decreasing downloads, according to market intelligence firm Sensor Tower. Total monthly active users for Tinder dropped 21% globally in the reported quarter. The company's payers declined 6% to 14.9 million in the quarter ended March 31st from a year earlier. With Tinder maturing as a business, increasingly, Match will need to rely on its other properties for growth. While Hinge continues to be a bright spot, Match will hope that its other segments can turn the corner soon, Third Bridge analyst Jamie Lumley said. It expects revenue between 850 million and 860 million for the second quarter ending in June, the midpoint at which analysts average estimate of 882 million. The company now expects annual revenue growth near the lower end of its previously stated 6 to 9% range. So y'all see, basically it's falling, downloads are down, money is down, and I am totally sure that people should start listening to women. But they won't. So, anyways, jump in the comments. Let me know what you think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. 4B is working. 4B is working, and it will continue to work. 4B was working even before there was a name to it. Like, comment, and share.